Hello everyone, this is Future Tam coming from day ahead in my perspective. This battle that you're watching now actually exists the next day after the previous one. I had tried fighting this fight a good 5 or so times. In at least one instance, I even tried a different map and I brought Hawk along. That didn't go out too well. So, I slept on it, I got some rest, I thought of plans all day, and I think I got something going on, so let's just get right into this. So what I was thinking at the very start here was Jacko and Kitty could run out to this side to try and focus down those turrets that are surrounded by Advent. And the reason I did this was in one of my previous instances, Reaper expendable, Reaper there, he was able to spot those two gun turrets for Jacko, and Jacko was able to snipe them from like super far away, and when one blew up, the soldiers weren't notified of us. They started moving around more, but they weren't aware of our presence. So I was trying to go with something like that. Problem is, I wanted to keep Reaper closer to the main group because he would be super effective against the assassin, like he's a Pokemon, right? So, that's why I'm bringing him along with everyone else. He's basically acting as as the gun, I guess. Whatever. Everyone else here is going over to the northern side. I noticed that if I position everyone around this area, the chrysalids start coming over from this section, and it takes them a turn from noticing us. Here comes the assassin, so just ignore this part. It takes the chrysalids a turn of movement. They notice us, then they come towards us, and then some are positioned by an explosive barrel, some are just far away. We have a chance to shoot them all down, basically. We have a chance to shoot them all down from a more strategic position where they're more in the open. Here come those chrysalids. For some reason, usually they all move at once. For some reason, they decided to move one at a time here. So you see you got two by that tree, and these other two kick their way through that door. And there is actually an explosive barrel down there that I did set off once before. Problem with doing that is it took out half the building, and I was using that building to try and be a sniper post for Jacko and Reaper. That didn't go out so well, but that was where I had Reaper spotting for Jacko, like Kitty is currently doing here. You'll see she now has eyes on those two turrets. I should be switching to Jacko now. Yeah, figuring out how to do that. And I was thinking moving him to that cover. Figured, no, it's better to just shoot first. And yeah, I'm just having Jacko take down this gun turret because I figure I'm trying to take things slower here. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to take things slow, trying to not pull every pod in sight all at once like I did with that first mission that went so bad. You see I'm was briefly considering shooting the explosive there. And, if I take things slower, try and eliminate things one pod at a time, maybe I would be able to better do this. I just had to let the Avenger take the beating, and if I could reduce the amount of beating that it took by taking out those turrets, then that would be all the better. So that's the main thing that Jacko and Kitty are doing. Everyone else here is just kind of focusing down these chrysalids. I'll probably speed through this section since it's mainly just people shooting chrysalids, so... Here we go. I did want to get Prophet an easy kill right off the bat, just to get his focus up, because he does more damage the more focus he has, right? So if I can get some focus in right away and then just hold on to it, then that's more damage he's going to be doing down the line. So that's why I sent him in, and then I just had him run away again. He probably would have done all right if I had set him to deflect, but as you'll see soon, that doesn't really come to be an issue. I don't want to have Reaper here get into any combat right now. I want to keep him stealth. I think one of the problems with earlier attempts was that Reaper kept being noticed, and so the assassin was able to focus him down. Everyone else was able to focus him down. Reaper just didn't stand a chance. And while he is an expendable, he needs to be an alive expendable to take down the assassin. And so I'm trying to keep him out of the fights for now until the assassin shows up later. As you can see, everyone is making quick work of these chrysalids. That one is actually on fire now, so it only has 1 hit point, so it's just gonna die next turn. I decide to leave it alone from there, focus on the other one. I believe this kills it? Yes. Okay, so Peppy just kills 2 chrysalids essentially in 1 turn here. Yeah, I essentially just ignore that other chrysalid because I know he's just gonna die from fire once his turn hits. Other than that, moving Reaper forward to try and get a scout ahead. Mainly looking out for the assassin, but also for other soldiers. When I first played this map, you may remember, there was a berserker around this area. Not sure why it's not there anymore. It hasn't been there the last couple times I played this map. It's just the chrysalids. The berserker is still in this game. Isn't this map, of course. It's just not there for some reason, but whatever. That's my turn. So I quickly go back to Kitty and Jacko to continue focusing down. You see, I try and think about dead-eyeing that thing, but then I realize it does more damage to actually just shoot it, and there's no aim anyways, so may as well. Kitty, I'm just having hunker down. Her job is just to be eyes. That's all she's doing right now. Everyone else, mainly moving forward to look out for more stuff. I believe Reaper sees some more chrysalids here. Nope, guess not. Alright, and I'm just going to keep moving forward until the next encounter. Actually not sure what those Advent troopers are doing running there. It kind of looks like they're activated, but kind of like usually they walk around, I think. Maybe they're just running because they're attacking the Avenger. Anyways, here we blow up this thing, and what I thought would happen is that they would start running around maybe, but they actually notice us. They notice the main group somehow. I guess they're within visual range or something, and so this group starts running off there. This group also starts running off. Thankfully, I was able to get some good damage in on this priest as well as everyone else, as well as some of the others over there. And that was 1 turret down. So with that happening, I was kind of worried about Kitty here. She was kind of exposed, but she does prove to be pretty useful in the future. So I believe, yeah, for now I just put her on Overwatch just in case someone comes over towards her. She's still concealed. She should still be safe, but I do have some more problems that I wasn't expecting to have to deal with quite so soon. So, may as well get the flank on this trooper, Walsh, and wouldn't you know it, that accidentally triggers the Berserker, as well as a shield bearer and another purifier. So, great, lovely, amazing. I, of course, figure the trooper's probably the primary target right now. If I can flank him, then that's extra damage. That's 1 less target for me. Bonky, being a sniper, pretty good range just from this position. She doesn't move too much from here for a while. Taking down those soldiers. I believe that was a kill? No, okay, no, he's still at 1 hit point. Yeah, still avoiding Berserker. Mainly trying to go for everything else, to be honest. I actually take a couple... Oh, maybe I do hit the Berserker. Oh, no, it missed, okay. I do shoot at the Berserker, it just misses. For some reason, ignoring the Berserker actually seems to work out for me. Like, I know I made that huge speech about ignoring the Berserkers who are attacking civilians inside a house, or in a previous episode, but for me here, it seems to work out. He didn't actually do a lot. We have Expendable protecting Walsh here just because she is flanked by the Shield Bearer and the Purifier. Prophet, I think he goes in, for an attack on... Yeah, he goes in towards that trooper, I believe. Or... Let's go for the priest. Okay, I think he's going for... Yeah, he's going for the priest, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he's going for the priest, that's right, yeah. He's going for the priest. The priests do have mind control and stasis, so they can take out one of my soldiers from the fight. I don't want that. Here I am. I'm moving him away from there just because he is surrounded by troops. I'm not entirely sure his parry will be able to survive all that, so try and get him some kind of cover. Again, focusing on that trooper and the priest. But I think it looks like Kay is getting into better position first. Try to keep that grid definition of the game in mind. It's kind of like a chessboard where, as far as the game is concerned, everything is in flat 2D plane. What you see doesn't really matter. Some people are pretty exposed, so Kay deploys that decoy beacon here. Octorok gonna go for the height advantage, and I believe he's shooting at the priest here. He is shooting a priest, just not the one I was thinking about. And it doesn't work out. You know, figures, flanked, height advantage, all that. Reaper is, of course, staying quiet for now. I think. Oh no, okay. No, he does. He does shoot, but he also loses his concealment, I believe. Right? Yes, okay, yeah, he loses it. That was a shot that just was not worth it at all. He lost his concealment, he lost the shot. It just wasn't beneficial in any form. And of course, more chrysalids show up, just to, brighten our day and make things so much more fun. Because we didn't have enough things to worry about, We didn't have enough things to worry about with all the troopers and soldiers. I am now trying to artificially deepen my voice because my vocal cords are getting tired, and this kind of helps. I don't know. Anyways, the beacon does help protect against the berserker. His flame trooper, I believe, sets Walsh on fire. Yeah, Walsh is on fire. She'll be fine though. And this is really what screws us up for a little bit. He manages to shield. He manages to get real far behind those chrysalids and shield them. So it's very difficult to kill those chrysalids right now, and we can't deactivate those shields because he's behind high cover very far away, so we can't exactly flank him or anything. Octorok gets stasis. Purifier goes after Prophet, who is burning. Got man on Overwatch. I think that's it for that turn. And just some Overwatches in the background. And this is actually where the Chosen accidentally reveals herself. She puts herself on Overwatch within my range. She's still technically invisible, but for some reason I was able to see that Overwatch. And because of that, I knew her I knew her position. Of course, Kitty is panicking, and she reveals herself here. That was so annoying. She was hidden, she was fine, and then she gets panicked and shoots a man to reveal herself, so whatever. I'll have to deal with that. Prophet, I believe, is gonna go take out, yeah, it's going for one of these yeah, it's gonna take out that trooper, because guns on the ground are bad. He takes an Overwatch shot here, pretty badly hurt. Thankfully, we actually have a good supply of medkits. We have Octorok and Expendable. Thankfully, the assassin missed with her Overwatch shot there. And I believe he goes parry from here, right? Like, he has momentum. Alright, yeah, I for some reason, I'm confused here because it's not allowing me to parry, so I just swapped, thinking, okay, I'll figure that out later. For now, I know where the assassin is, so I want to do something about that. Jacko needs to reload, so he can't really do anything. I have him move forward just because may as well. Maybe we'll get in range of some other soldiers, but I think it's Walsh who goes in first. Yeah, Walsh goes in first for the assassin. Spots her, and I know there are chrysalids there right next to her, which is a danger and is a problem, but At this point, my sole focus is on the assassin. She is a huge problem. She has always been a huge problem in every instance. So we got to shred her armor and we got to take her down fast. So essentially, all of my resources right now that are not like 20 feet away are focused on the assassin. You can see I actually put my soldiers into flanked positions here. Like, they are severely in danger right now, and all of this is just to hit the assassin. And of course, Reaper screws up his shot. He deals extra damage to her, but he screws up and only does 4. Like, she's unarmored, she's flanking. I'm not doing my voice thing again. She's flanked, and he only does 4 damage to her. Here we have Expendable healing Prophet again, so he can survive being surrounded by at least 4 other units, possibly 5. And he's no longer on fire, so that's always handy. She can't move elsewhere without doing anything. She can't really move anywhere without doing anything, though, so she does take out... I think she shot a Chrysalis there. I didn't quite catch that. Okay, yeah, she looks like she shot a Chrysalis. Or Chrysalid, rather. Bonky and Peppy, yeah. Peppy? What should Peppy do? She's throwing an axe. Yeah, okay, yeah, she blows up that purifier with that axe. And after that, goes in to slice up the Chosen, and she does not like that. The Chosen does not appreciate Peppy's axe to the face at all. That is some good damage. And she even comments about the axe, because, you know, of course she does. And again, I'm sorry about the lack of sound. I was actually playing this while in a TeamSpeak with my friends who were playing Smash Bros at the time. And you know, you don't want to be hearing their voices playing Smash Bros. I'm sure they don't want to be heard playing Smash Bros either. Anyways, Kay also going in to strike at the Chosen. Minigun, very high chance. Some very good damage, I believe. And actually, no, she just completely whiffs that. 92% on a flank shot, and she misses. Welcome to XCOM, everyone! I believe Bonky is, what's she doing? What's Bonky doing? I think she's gonna aim for a Chrysalid. I definitely want to take out those Chrysalids, because they are dangerously close to my men, but with the Chosen there, not much else I can do. It is annoying that those turrets keep drawing my fire away from everything else. Like, it's the first... if there's a turret in range, the first thing any of my soldiers look at is the turret, which is annoying. And there's the Avenger getting shot, of course. That's 80 damage in one hit, but, you know, we're still at 300, so I'm not too concerned. I believe that the assassin makes a break for it here. Now we got other stuff to do first. Mind controlling Prophet, removing him from the fight, which really had me worried, to be honest. Octorok does not panic. That was one of the main things that kept causing me to lose in previous instances of this, is squad mates just panicking and you know, running off or whatever it is they do. Thankfully, I do have a resistance thing where panic only lasts 1 round, so for most of these, I think Kitty was the odd one out here. When they panic, the next time they get to move, Octorok's panic here actually really helps, because he kills the trooper on his own twice in 1 round. Anyways, I have a resistance thing that lets panic stats only resist for 1 turn. And unfortunately, Walsh does die from Chrysalids, so she becomes a Chrysalis nest. New Chrysalids will be spawned out of that thing, but, you know, I have to keep going. I can't let that hurt me right now. And here's where the Berserker starts acting weird. He had every chance to go at some of my soldiers, but, you know, he made a run for profit, and I guess saw that, oh, he's mind controlled, and then just left. So I'm not entirely sure what the Berserker is doing here, but he's not hurting us. And neither the Purifier or the Priest, so that's handy. And here's where the assassin starts making a run for it. I think by this point she's realized that things are looking bad for her, so she's trying to get out of there. Kitty and Octorok are backseat. That's like right after they happened. Octorok, at least. I think Kitty was already panicked for his full turn. Not sure what that was about, but here I'm overlooking who she can shoot and where. And my main focus right now is getting Prophet out of being mind controlled. So I'm looking at the Priest, saying, okay, I'm good shot here. What about Jacko? Can Jacko see him? Can he do some? Can he possibly kill him? He can see him if he hits with a Deadeye. Of course, I got to cycle through everything again because of the damn turret. He can kill him. So I go for the Deadeye shot. It does hit, but it doesn't kill him. That was a critical Deadeye shot, but you know, of course, he has the sustain thing, so he's technically still alive. But the advantage here is that Prophet is back on our side. So this also frees me up for Kitty to take out that Purifier. So what could have been 2 attacks on 1 unit became 2 attacks on 2 separate units, so that's handy. Octorok healing Prophet, I believe? No. Who's healing? Oh yeah, Octorok's healing himself. He heals himself here, because he took a pretty bad beating there. And this begins his extended rivalry with this Purifier. You see, he runs away behind the building there, and the Purifier actually chases him down for the rest of its time. It completely ignores every other unit I have in favor of just chasing down Octorok. Bonky here, of course, doing as much damage as she can with her Shadow Ball. She does need to reload here. Not too bad, and she honestly gets another shot, because that first one was a free action, so she gets 2 pistols, unfortunately 1 whiffs. I think it's around this point that I realized that Walsh has become a chrysalid corpse. This is mainly just to remove the cover that the assassin had. I know she can't take damage from explosives. The damage done to the shield bearer is a slight bonus, but mainly I just wanted her to be flanked again, so I can do critical strikes like that. 13 damage from Reaper, that's great. And Peppy is gonna go in with the finishing blow, get rid of this bitch from this mission once and for all. We still have to hunt her down. Even as I'm recording this, we have not done that yet. I'm still trying to get as many troops ready and available as possible. But, you know, that's like one of our biggest hurdles down here. She is gone, so we're fine. We're okay now. She was definitely one of the biggest threats in all of my previous run-throughs, and I would say out of the 5 or 6 that I did, she was the cause of at least 3 being lost. Like, she did the big wave attack that stunned like 5 people at once. It was bullshit. Yeah. I noticed that chrysalids are starting to will be spawning out of that chrysalid nest that used to be our friend Walsh. So we start trying to thin their numbers down a bit. Prophet now has parry available, so he's fine. He'll be protected from chrysalid attacks, and Spendful mainly sitting back, acting as a support healer. You see, she still has 3 medkits with her, which is a lot more than I can say for the previous encounters. I think the best thing to do was not heal Kitty and some others. I think I healed Octorok to start off with, just because he was severely wounded, but otherwise we're fine. This is something that I think kind of broke something here, because I can't remember, but I do not remember killing the Berserker at all. And yet, it gets to the point where the Berserker is dead. It's not moving, it's not responding. Its corpse is still standing upright, threateningly, but it's not doing anything. It's not taking turns, it's not attacking, I can't attack it. It actually moves to this specific spot, like it stays there. So I think what it is I think that Holy Warrior thing kills... I stunned the shield bearer, or Peppy stuns the shield bearer. I think the Holy Warrior thing kind of acts like the sectoid boost thing in Xcom Enemy Unknown / Enemy Within. What that does is it boosts the health and attack of the target. In that case, the other sectoid, in this case the Berserker. But if the provider, such as this priest, dies, then so will the target. So I don't notice it. I think killing this priest also kills the Berserker. Yes, look, you can see it there. The Berserker corpse dropped. I completely missed that while I was playing the game. I did not notice at all that the Berserker died there. I thought he was just not doing anything. So that Berserker, all he did was kill a hologram. That's it. A Berserker just killed a hologram and that's it. And of course, I don't want Kitty to be hurt, and I'm worried, and I'm hoping that maybe I can get her to do some flanking maneuvers. So I put her back in cover. The others aren't focusing on her anyways. They don't see what she's doing, so with any luck, things will be okay. Start wiping out these chrysalids that are going to start overcrowding us soon. It is kind of a shame what happened to the chrysalids in XCOM 2, because in XCOM Enemy Unknown, they were a lot more dangerous. Every single kill provided a new chrysalid, and they were almost always put on situations with civilians. In this case, granted, there's no civilians, but I think each chrysalid pod you get from a corpse only makes like 2 before it dies. I'm not entirely sure. They just seem weaker overall than they were before. I still like chrysalids. Chrysalids are pretty awesome, but yeah. You can see Octorok moving to reinforce K, because she is in the danger zone of a chrysalid and a chrysalid pod, or whatever you want to call that. And then Octorok's just making a break for it, because that Purifier is still hot on his ass, and we don't know what to do with that. Reaper here is really badly hurt. He took some damage earlier. Peppy's just going to finish off the shield bearer, get rid of the shields on those chrysalids, because that was just a pain in the ass. And Expendable is going to be helping out her fellow Expendable. And what's going on here? Looking through targets, I guess. Yeah, not sure what I was thinking here, to be honest. I do know that Expendable heals this guy. Okay, yeah, I think I know what I want to do here. I think what he was doing, was planning on doing there, was I was looking to see if he could hit the chrysalid to hurt enough Prophet to kill him. But he couldn't see it or something, so instead I have him be healed by other Expendable, which proves to be really valuable. And then she throws down a grenade at this chrysalid to just try and shred that shield on the chrysalid pod and do some damage. It does damage to the pod, but to the shield, but not much else. I'm not sure why that chrysalid didn't take any damage from that, but yeah. Here we are trying to take down that priest. Reaper unfortunately misses. I believe Prophet still goes in, or does he go for the priest? No, he's going for the priest, yeah. Priests are pretty dangerous from what I've seen. They can mind control, they can reinforce. You can see the Berserker still standing up right there, so at this point I still believe he's active. I just haven't noticed that I can't target him, and that he hasn't moved. So the Octorok and Purifier rivalry is still going strong. Expendable is being attacked by a chrysalid. I think someone else was attacked by a chrysalid there. So the camera just acted weird. Prophet and Octorok are shattered, because that's lovely. Peppy misses against a chrysalid. That's lovely. But she does manage to dodge the chrysalid's attack too, so it's 1 for 1. At this point, I think I'm kind of just trying to hunt down that priest, and that's it. Priest is my number 1 priority here, just because he was reinforcing the chrysalid pod. I don't really know what that entails. It might just be the armor. They do seem to die after only spawning 2 chrysalids, and there's already 1 new chrysalid there that you can see. That's a problem as it is, and the pod itself has a lot of health, so it kind of feels like it's worth it more to let it spawn the chrysalids, because you would need a whole team to take out the pod, and one person could take out a chrysalid potentially. Or just two, as you're seeing here. Probably waste too much time trying to take out this chrysalid here. Probably should have just had Peppy go after it. Yeah, I think I just decided to move her forward because there's one target or another that she can't see rather, and I want her to. It might have been that chrysalid, yeah. And of course that does nothing, so that's just a wasted turn. But no, Peppy does manage to kill it. Pretty sure, 100% chance. Yeah. Takes it down easily with her shotgun, so no real worry. Black Widow once again healing her fellow expendable, who is once again poisoned with chrysalid poison and down to 2 hit points. So she does this at least twice, possibly a third time. And all this is just to keep him alive, because we need him for future fights against the assassin. And then she takes a pot shot at the chrysalid, and I think it might be around this point that I realize something's up with that berserker, because no one seems to be able to shoot it. I don't know. And Jacko saw the purifier come out of the thing there, and decides to put an end to this rivalry once and for all. I'd say it goes pretty well. So, Octorok, who has been harassed by this purifier for so long, several turns now, finally free from that, can finally start contributing to the main point again. Kitty here is starting to flank enemy soldiers, which admittedly there are not a lot left. Octorok can finally reload and start moving back towards the main group. And at this point I start to realize that things are going good for us. We've actually pulled ahead really well. Like, despite the problem with the chrysalids here, despite Walsh's death, despite what I still think is, at this point I probably still think is an active berserker, we're doing okay. No one has gotten terribly hurt, other than Walsh, to be fair. And, so far so good. Of course, he uses stasis on Prophet to try and get him out of the picture, but little does this poor priest know that there is another swordmaster, cloaked master, whatever. There's another swordswoman right behind that rock that he's hiding behind. Of course, there goes the chrysalid, and there's a second chrysalid, and the pod explodes. So the cocoon is gone. Second chrysalid. It really looks like they only spawned 2, so 1 body, it's 2 chrysalids. Could still spread pretty badly, to be fair. And yeah, here's Kitty coming up with a surprise attack on that priest. He had no idea it was coming, and he thought he was safe, but no, he's just screwed. Main point of concern right now is the chrysalids, which are slowly swarming my squishies, such as Bonky and Healer Expendable, so everyone kind of focuses them down. And of course, Expendable, Reaper doesn't do very well at that, but he does manage to shred his armor, so that's alright. Bonky can see that one fine, but this one not so much. So she goes for the far off one. May as well try and get a kill rather than try and get a hit. And she gets it. I think she actually gets a promotion. Yeah, she gets a promotion because of that. And that's the last chrysalid down. So at this point, I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure at this point, I'm thinking that berserker hasn't done anything. What's going on? I think it's hard to say. This was like maybe an hour ago for me, maybe more. I've already made like a couple recordings after this that I probably shouldn't have done. Kay starts to focus down on the turrets because the Avenger is still taking damage, and we want to stop that as much as possible. So Octorok and Jacko start trying to catch up with the rest of the group. The power cells are at maximum charge. Next round will be another attack. Prophet is free. And now I realize, for like the 3rd time, this guy hasn't done anything for a while. Like, he's just been standing there. So I'm confused. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So I try to target him with Prophet. Doing nothing. Move up to him. Doing nothing. The Berserker's just standing there, dead. I never noticed when that happened. I didn't remember ever shooting him, and from this I can see that I never actually shot the guy. So that's kind of scary. We take out the rest of the guns, and I believe things are actually getting pretty boring from now. So I'm just going to start fast forwarding. Essentially, we're just moving forward, trying to find the rest of the aliens, trying to take out these turrets and getting to the power cell. So I'll bring you guys back, speed through this, hit the fast forward button, and bring you guys back in when we get to the point where we start to see some aliens. You can see I put Reaper into Shadow again there. This was mainly to start hunting down the aliens, because I knew there was still some out there. We've counted them before. There's an Andromedon and two codexes. That's all I thought there were, but you know, we'll see. There's actually some more soldiers out there. And with this shot here, that is actually all the turrets that we had to worry about. So you can see Central was talking about that there. Again, sorry for the lack of audio. It's all just my friends playing Smash Bros. So you don't want to hear that. Expendable does take some fire damage here, but he spots the enemy. And then more enemy that I was not aware of. So, you know, I figured you would just hunker down, hear that fire ASAP. He's mainly serving as a scout right now. I'm more concerned about keeping an eye on everything here than actually trying to shoot them. So everyone else is going to start grouping up towards them. Hopefully not be spotted by them. And you know, that's my biggest fear right now, is being spotted by these guys. So everyone's just hiding behind trees and trying to stay behind Expendable. I briefly considered shooting them with Jacko, but I don't want to alert them, so I just move them forward. Into some better high cover. And unfortunately, these guys saw me. So I would have to deal with these ones a little sooner than expected, but thank God the Andromedon and the Codexes didn't see me, so I can really focus them down one pod at a time. It's not nearly as dangerous as it would have been otherwise. So I'm just kind of running to get people into position here, get them within range. Still trying to avoid moving too far ahead to get the Andromedon to notice us. And Octorok's just kind of taking a pot shot, which turns out to be good. Like, I wasn't expecting much from that shot, but it worked, so. And man, did I breathe a sigh of relief when I saw these guys leaving the area, because it meant that we could focus on these soldiers rather than the aliens, and it just made things infinitely easier, you know? And thank God that officer didn't take a shot. And thank God this one missed. And this guy, he just kind of does his thing. Alright, and at this point, I'm kind of done with these guys. I want them gone. So, Jacko takes a shot, and Purifier's gone. Everyone else, Kitty moves up behind the trooper. I'd make sure that she wouldn't have a better chance with a gun. She doesn't. So she takes a swipe at the trooper, and then I believe it's Prophet, right? Might be Peppy, actually. Might be Peppy. Someone runs in with a melee weapon and kills him. Looks like, pretty sure it's Peppy. Yeah, Peppy runs in with her axe, finishes the thing off. So the two Ranger girls working together to kill a single trooper. Admittedly, not the best, but hey, it works. And now it's just one officer that we have to deal with. The only problem is that he has high cover and he is far away. So I look at him and I eventually swap to... I think I'm checking like her ammo. I'm looking to see if she's burning. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm concerned about. So I'm thinking, okay, I gotta move her. This place isn't great. He could easily flank me, but turns out it's just enough. And it puts her out. She's not burning anymore. I'm guessing because she's standing in water or something. So, hey, it works. And I'm I'm thinking, okay, can I blow up this cover? The answer is unfortunately no, and even at the time as this was happening, I was thinking, that's probably a bad idea. I might need that grenade for the Andromedon and the Codexes, but it works out in the end. I believe Octorok actually misses this shot. I'm gonna take a couple shots. Okay, yeah. Bonky misses this shot. Okay, never mind. Someone misses a shot and it takes out that tree. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's what happens. Taking a pot shot here with Black Widow. There we go. There goes the tree. And this lets Octorok finish off the job, I believe. Try and get a critical kill with Bonky. Unfortunately, despite doing critical damage, doesn't work, so I am pretty sure Prophet goes in for the kill here. He just moves back to try and avoid... yeah, I don't want to run into melee here just because I'm worried about startling the Andromedon before I'm ready. So, yeah, he just runs back and pulls out his pistol. His pistol is kind of shit, but it manages to do the job just enough for our liking. And Reaper, again, mainly serving as a scout right now. I'm not concerned about him shooting or doing anything. Not sure why I'm frozen here. Okay, so this is actually a little bit awkward. I didn't realize I had this part of the video going, so this is actually several days after the last audio recording. Right, at this point, my focus was take down that generator, stop the big gun. The rest of the aliens I could deal with afterwards, but right now my main focus was just stop the gun and stop the timer. Because if I don't stop that gun, then those numbers in the top right there, the 207, those are just going to keep going down as it shoots at the Avenger, and I'm going to lose. So all I'm really doing is shooting at the generator, whittling that down. It takes a little while here, so just skip to that, fast forward to that being finished here, and Expendable here, I was actually just kind of keeping in that spot, not moving him. I don't think I was even shooting the generator with him. That was mainly just to keep an eye on those other aliens, because I knew they would probably be coming anyway, this way at any moment. So yeah, I was basically just holding out with him. And here you can see they're starting to run towards me. They ran in that direction before, so I think they might have been just running in general, but they almost definitely know where I am now, and they do start to head towards me. Alright, and with this final shot, that should be it. The generator is gone, the Avenger is safe. Now I just need to position my troops so that we can get rid of that Andromedon and the last three, those last two codexes. I realize at this point that, oh, I didn't actually put Prophet in cover like I had intended. I'm also realizing at this point that, oh, crowding everyone together like that probably isn't the best idea, especially in such a position that's so easily flankable. But thankfully that doesn't come into play. That's not a huge issue. So I have Black Widow and have the Expendables go on Overwatch. Prophet, I move him into cover, and we're essentially just waiting now because these guys are coming quick. There they are. And Octorok apparently decides, hey, now's a great time to shoot at them. I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't. This wasn't stealth. It was just general Overwatch, not stealth Overwatch. I forgot about that. Anyways, the Codexes make a lovely decision to set up camp right next to a car that hasn't exploded yet. So this guy's just gonna reduce himself even further and go right next to that burning tank that, you know, he's immune to that, so that's fine. There we go, yes. Expendable has a lovely old time detonating this car and killing two Codexes Oh, and I just saw the loot destroyed sign. Shit, they had loot! We could have gotten loot! I missed that! Oh. And just like Vonky misses that shot there. Oh well. But hey, you know what? Expendable killed 2 codexes in 1 explosion, so that's okay. It sucks that the loot was destroyed, but I didn't even see that at the time, so oh well. The Andromedon is of course a big issue right now, so we're trying to do stuff with that. Don't think anyone really gets a good hit on it, so don't think Kay hits this one. Oh no, she does, okay. Jacko taking out the 2nd Codex, the Berserker still in the background there, not doing anything as usual. And I think at this point I realized I should probably move Octorok, because we have a good 3 people crowded together, and I know the Andromedon does have explosive area of effects abilities that it uses when people are in groups. So I think I moved Octorok at some point here. I'm not sure. It's been a few days since this was actually recorded. It is kind of hard to hit him from this angle though, just because of the way he is. I moved Black Widow away, it looks like. So less area of effect there. Prophet can get right in there though. Do his job well. Looks like it leaves it alive with 1 hit. Okay, 2 hit points left still. Those armor points have been gone. That might have not happened. But, it's no big deal. And I think this is just a shot of faith. Or no. Okay, no, I do move Octorok. Okay. Well, just closer to more people, granted, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that ends it, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we just have to fight the Andromedon wreck, and that's honestly pretty easy. I don't think anyone really gets hurt from that, so let's just fast forward through that bit, shall we? Alright, well, looks like I'm transitioning into live voice now, so I'll see you with my past self in just a second here. Hello everyone, and welcome back to what is potentially the middle of an episode here. I have played this mission several times now, and first off I want to apologize. I'm sure I've already said it, but I apologize for the lack of audio in what you've probably heard already, probably seen already. I was recording with TeamSpeak in the background, so I can't really play the sound of my friends talking while they're playing Super Smash Bros. So yeah. Anyways, here we are at the last enemy of this mission. I am legitimately surprised we were able to make it this far without so much trouble. We lost Walsh, and I just want to make clear, while I have replayed this mission at least 5 times now, at least once on a different map, I have not saved Scum for this specific instance. Okay, this instance is completely one playthrough. No save scumming at even once. But here we are, about to kill this final Andromedon and free the Avenger from the tyranny of the Chosen. And things have actually gone pretty well. We've been drawing out one enemy at a time. Does anyone need specifically? You're getting one. We've been drawing out one enemy at a time. Been dealing with them one at a time. I'm sure I've said it already, but I have no idea what happened to this Berserker here. He didn't do anything at all, and my best guess is he died when I killed the priest that had made him a holy warrior or something. I don't know. Let's give this kill to Expendable, though.
Who's keeping score?
And we're done! I'd hoped this is how we would meet on the field of battle. Deher Mordina, the Wraith Queen, has failed in her attempt to destroy our ship. And we have succeeded with minimal losses to defend it. We have defeated over 30 enemies here. I'm going to take a quick mission photo, and I will see you guys back on the ship. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, so this is probably going to be the end of it. So let me just get things in order here. I'm not making a lot of changes to this one, but we got Jacko, we got Prophet, we got Kay, we got Peppy, and we got Kitty here. Strike our ship? We think not.
We managed to keep the Chosen off the Avenger for now, Commander, but I'm sure they'll be back. We need to keep working with the factions to track their position. The sooner we take them out, the better.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, you're fine. So in this group at least, I'm sure the next group also has some promotions. Peppy and Prophet both get promotions. Peppy is, of course, going to be untouchable. Score kill during your turn. The next attack against you the enemy makes will miss. That is very handy. And for Prophet, he can be a captain. Did I give him off the thing? No. I don't know. I should probably look into some of these other ones, but let's see what we can get him here. When the Templar has 2 or more focus, there is a chance to reflect incoming shots back at the attacker, completely avoiding the damage. Side effect of deflect. That sounds like it's handy. Switch locations? No. Maximum focus level is increased. That could be handy. Immune to fire, poison, acid, and explosive. Ooh, I want. But let's grab this. Yes. And we can get Fortress. But let's take a quick look at these others first. Volt, Aftershock, easier to hit. Chrissy Swad's aim, no. See on target psionic lens, causing them to take advantage of 33. Stun. Pillar of psionic energy. Chain melee attack, where the first melee attack cannot miss. Huh. Fire once at every enemy channel. You know, let's just go with Fortress, because that'll come in handy. And okay, I guess we didn't get to see the other groups. Okay. Well, we got some stuff.
Mental fatigue starts to impact our
Bonky is
soldiers'
shaken.
tactical effectiveness when they
Let's
don't
just
have a
double
chance
check
to
here.
rest.
I'm sure someone is
We
promoted.
should give them a few days
Yeah.
off to recover
Octorok
if we can
and
manage
Reaper
it.
got promotions. So I'm going to promote them a bit. And as I do, I just want to say thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it. Don't if you didn't. And I will see you next time. Farewell.